Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned into Get Well Soon, the Red Pill content of Welly F, aka Moriarty. And I'm back once again with, to me, what should be more of a trending story. But the more I kind of follow it, I realize that this is more of a story that I would call a niche story. Because it really doesn't seem like a lot of people care about this current behavior that has, in my opinion, become something that has gotten shrugged off lately, and it's becoming more conspiratorial, so everybody looks at it like you're just overreacting. I saw this tweet from this lady the other day that says, horrifying, a mother in Florida is fighting back after she discovered that a likeness of her daughter had been used as a model for a sex toy. And really, that's the reason I'm here today, because believe it or not, it's more about the sex toy and the sex doll uprising that is being kind of pushed in the red pill community. And I've always kind of held a neutral position on sex dolls, but I'd be a hypocrite if I'd say something like, I don't see that there's a slippery slope to this. Besides declining birth rates, besides me looking at sex dolls as a creepy way to cope with the fact that you may be an incel, you might be MGTOW, and you're just over trying to deal with women no matter how well you think you know them, so on and so forth. For me, the slippery slope still comes back to save our children. The slippery slope really comes back to save humanity, because once again, there is this ideal that you can put sex dolls out and make them more of an artificial intelligent sex robot. And my thing is, what if somebody, they say that you can dream of people that you only saw a snapshot of, meaning you can have a dream about a person that you ain't never met before in your life, not knowing that that person passed you by in the grocery store 2 years ago, and you literally just had a full-on wet dream about this person. Imagine somebody doing that with your daughter or your wife or even a celebrity. And a lot of times, since we're in a mindset of really not seeing that celebrities are humans just like us, just imagine a dude in the house with the sex doll that's Kylie Jenner or a Kim Kardashian sex doll. Like, that is weird. I mean, like, that's somebody's wife. Like, you're having sex with somebody's wife, and you have it to where you can get the likeness so accurate that you now basically have a lifelike version of them in your home. And now it can talk. It has some type of feelings that it can project out and have you feeling like you're really with a lifelike person. Like I said, it's a slippery slope, man. Then once again, eventually you have to start catering to other markets. Just imagine somebody has a sex doll and it's you. Some gay dude out there has a sex doll and it's you, or some trans person or wherever. I can conclude on this, because this is really the point I'm getting to. What's the difference between this concept and the concept that they portrayed on the episode of Black Mirror? I want to say it was, in my opinion, the last good season. Was it season 3, episode 1? It could have been season 4. And I'm not even going to sit here and try to remember the title, but it was a Star Trek like episode, and I think that they're thinking about doing a kind of doing a spinoff of that. I put the link in the description so you know what episode I'm talking about. But you know what like, remember, this guy was basically able to get the DNA of people that had crossed his path, and he basically imprisoned somewhat their consciousness in his little game. Like, you may think to yourself, oh, that's harmless, but it's fucking creepy, man. Like, you're literally you're literally kidnapping someone against their own will, no matter if it's that real person. Just think about how deranged a person can be when they have your daughter. They have a lifelike version of your daughter, a lifelike version of, freaking Beyonce, Cardi B. And then eventually their realities get twisted and they can't tell what's fact from fiction. And the next thing you know, they're a full-on stalker, and they're writing letters to Beyonce. And you think this sounds extreme, but I'm gonna say this: we don't know what this type of technology has in store for the human mind. We don't know where this can take us. This is like, we're in a society right now where we're treating a less than lethal virus, so to speak. It's not of the most lethal viruses that America has ever seen, or the world for that matter. And we don't even know how to really contain it or combat it confidently. But we think that we know exactly what artificial intelligence is going to do to a 19-year-old incel that says, hey, I can get this $2,000 doll with my savings, and I never have to worry about getting married and dealing with these thoughts ever again. And then 10 years down the line, this guy's a freaking kidnapper because he wants your daughter. Man, I'm probably going to have several links down in the description because I can go on for days. But like I said, this to me is still about save our children just as well as it's about save humanity. Like, we constantly are figuring out different ways to dehumanize people, and we don't even notice it. We're constantly treating the world as if it's nothing but surrogates walking around. Like, no, these are actual people walking around with feelings. These people are not just people that you can kidnap and toy with them like they have no feelings. The world around you, believe it or not, in 2020, it's still human beings. We're still living, breathing, bleeding human beings. Just a reminder. And I know a lot of you weirdos like to value pet lives in your inanimate objects over the lives of actual living, breathing, bleeding human beings. But guess what? That's psychotic. You may want to rethink that mindset. But anyways, check out the links in the description. You already know. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And for all those of you that know, this is a hobby of mine. I enjoy doing this, so never feel like, let's do donations and why don't you promote your channel more? Hey, if you find it, you find it. If you don't, you don't. Either way, I appreciate all the feedback that I've gotten over the time. And until we meet again.